Welcome to Bar Talk. I'm your host, Brandon T. And this is where we come to have those conversations. So, yeah, this episode and so forth. So, people, check it out. This is what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I realized, you know what I'm saying, in the dynamics that we are today, you know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of women. I ain't going to have on nothing 50-50 new. You can't do everything. Then I can't have you and so forth. All that craziness, you know what I'm saying? Because truth be known, she ain't got her 50%. So you don't need nobody that wants 50% because he ain't gonna be the, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be uneven. So, but like I said, we're gonna leave those people over there. And the question I have here is something on the other side of that dynamics and so forth. On the other side of that dynamics is this: women, y'all over 38. I'm gonna put 30 or 38. 35, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna include y'all this because you know what I'm saying, they might be those 3 years that you know what I'm saying that changes this perspective for you. So women over 38, you established yourself pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Young girls, I understand y'all establish yourself too. Chill, don't come after me. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted, you know what I'm saying, because extra dynamic come into it. So women over 38, you know, so you establish yourself, you have a career. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You establish your career, you have a house, you know what I'm saying? Most likely, you know what I'm saying? It's more likely that women will own a house than single women will own a house more than single men, you know what I'm saying? So you own a house, you know what I'm saying? You have, you know what I'm saying, live life. So maybe you have children and so forth. From previous situations, from previous boyfriends, or you know what I'm saying, your ex-husbands and so forth. And so now that, you know what I'm saying, you created this stuff, you have a car, you have money, you got everything that, you know what I'm saying, they need to establish your life, to make your life run from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, and so forth. All established. Right. So you got all this stuff established, right? You have, now say that you meet that person that you feel like you can do life with, you know what I'm saying? And they over there, they're established. And now how do you in turn join them? Yeah. How do you take your current life right now and say that okay, he want, you know what I'm saying, he over there, so you know what I'm saying, you go on with him within everything that you've created. How do you in turn disconnect a lot of that stuff to connect in somebody else? Is there a way to do that? But like I said, once you've created so much, have you created, you found that strong independence that, you know what I'm saying, people joke about all the time about that independence, but you found that independence and being able to live a comfortable life as yourself as an island with the responsibilities you have. How do you in turn switch over and be with somebody else? Yeah, think about it. I said you meet this person that you really feeling and so forth. They got established stuff over there and so forth. How do you say, okay, the like I said, the house you in? What do you do with that to be with that person and so forth? Or and then you know what I'm saying, you have other kids and other situations with other people. How do you in turn manage that in this new life? And I understand I can hear a bunch of women like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want him, he don't want me, and we can da 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 da. But I get that, you know what I'm saying? That's that. I mean, I'm not speaking of on how you and him operate. You know what I'm saying? You got you, him, and the child. How does that dynamics change and so forth? Say for instance, you know what I'm saying, this the person lives, you know what I'm saying, say you that the angles that you and your co-parent live is that sweet spot where y'all close enough that y'all can both take the child to school. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the involved parent. I'm not talking about the weekend. You know what I'm saying? The dude's more than the weekend daddy. You know, so he's an involved parent and y'all got that space. How do you in turn incorporate to go somewhere that maybe a little further? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, the other side of your state or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, what if it's, you know what I'm saying, the other side of the city? How do you in turn, how does that operate and so forth? How does, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, that time and so forth, the child and so forth in the middle of that, how do you operate? Now I understand there's a bunch of women like, oh, I do it all by myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, the women way in the back, like, yo, I expect the Father's Day present because I do both roles. I ain't talking about, I'm talking about the ones that's got a cohesive unit and so forth. How do you move into that and so forth? And two, you know what I'm saying, and how do you do with your current residence? Do you return? You want to sell it? Do you know what I'm saying? You like, well, to be a rental property and so forth. Or you know what I'm saying, or is this, or is there that third option that's really rare and so forth that, hey, you want to keep your life and so forth, he keeps his life, and then y'all kind of meet somewhere in the middle. What would be the ideal situation in handling that? So put in the comments and so forth on exactly how that situation would work. So y'all got y'all have that you trying to blend in your situation with somebody else's established situation and so forth. Where does that, does the love one all and y'all just want to be there, or is that because you built so much that you need that independence? Now, like I said, put that in the comments and share the show. And that being said, it's been Bar Talk with Brandon T. You know what I'm saying? And we will talk to you later. Peace.